Okay, I just remembered to start recording. So I'm already in the middle of my card. I am using the Heartfelt Hexagon, and I cut some strips of paper that were 2 1/4 inches wide. And this is from the Nature's Walk collection, and I only used 3 of the strips, and they're the ones that have the teal in them, whether that be Pretty Peacock or Secret Sea. So there's a couple others that are brighter blue, and then the one that has a bunch of browns in it, and I decided to just skip them. But what we want to do now is I want to make a peekaboo. And I am going to put my Heartfelt Hexagon all the way into my card base, as far as it will reach, and at least a 1/2 inch from the right edge. And punch. Putting it in all the way, make sure that we have enough room down here and over here to adhere these hexagons to. So, and I do projects like this. I don't necessarily lay everything out, but it's not bad to, especially when you're shooting a video. This one has a little bit of damage here from the punch, and I'm going to spin it around. And it doesn't even look like I'm going to need 2 of every punch and that. And once we get going, we can trim this part off and then use it to fill in some of the blanks up there. I like to use a tape runner for this because it's not permanent. If I need to pick it up and move things around, I can. If I use a wet glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room, but after like 10 or 15 seconds, it's done. And I know me, and I want a little bit more time than that. So, ooh, I like that one. So, these all have so many different colors on them. See, this is the same paper. And that. So I've cut 3 of those, and I'll keep that one. I haven't used this one. When I punched the ones that have stripes on them, I flipped them over and made sure that my stripes were straight up and down and not at a slant. And that, so like I could have punched it this way, but I didn't want to get a piece that was punched like that. So it would have been more paper efficient, but I did want to make sure that I got the line straight. So that's just a little tip. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to have to think on this a bit. Okay. But heck, I'm not going to. Okay, this is like my favorite one. So it's going to go right here. And I kind of want to leave it a little, get a gap. I want to make sure it's straight up and down and lined up here. So the best way to figure that out is to put another one down and see how it's going. Looks like they're about the same from the fold line, so I think I'm off to a good start. You always want to put your adhesive on the smaller side, which is this, not your card base, so that you don't have to go back and erase your adhesive. Okay, I'm going to wait for that. That's a dark one, that's a dark one. Ooh, let's see. Oh, there's a dark green one. And that just barely fit, and it was right at the edge, so I think that's going to be okay. I want some teal down here. Looks like I did the right choice. And here I could go really dark, or I could, well, I can't really do that. I could repeat this or that. Nope, I'm gonna go dark. And for this one, I'm actually using the line a little bit to line it up there. And now let's see. I'm going to use this one. This is the part where I think it gets tricky because you want to make sure that you have the same amount of spacing around it. Oh, it looks like a turtle shell. At this point, you want to use some long bladed scissors or your paper trimmer, but I like just scissors. Then I don't accidentally cut my card base. I'll pull those off. That's a good one to keep for one of the little edges. There we go. Now, just the top row. So that might go there. And let's see, that one can go there. Or, let's see. Could also do a really dark green or a dark blue. Oh, there's a little strip here that needs something. Okay. I'm going to fold my card closed. That way I don't stick anything to the back of the card. These lines help line up also. Okay, I don't want to use that one. I guess I'll be using this. Yeah, I can just use that. This one has sticky all over it, so I don't really want to use it this way up. So I'm just going to repeat what I had already. And now I'll use this little bit. Here I'm going to put some adhesive on the corner. So for all of those I actually didn't have that much waste. And now for a sentiment. I am going to use the Nature Symphony, which is the one that comes with this set, and I'm going to use the You Make Me Smile. As you can see, that's the one I really like to use. I like to test on a scrap piece of paper. Now I have to decide which color I want. Oh, there's Secret Sea. I could do Pretty Peacock as well. So let's just try this. Well, I'm doing really poorly tonight. And so I can test this. I'm just going to make sure I like it that way. Or I can test for Pretty Peacock. See, it's always good to test because I almost stamped upside down. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Well, let's not put that one away then. I'm going to use my stamp chamois and clean off the extra ink around the edge. And stamp. I am thinking this beautiful piece will look really amazing right here, and especially if it is in a metallic foil. So that's my idea. I have the earthen tones, or earthen toned metallic paper. Wow, I said it correctly. I think this is gonna look fabulous right here. And it's really neat looking because I can see that this hangs over. And so I don't want to put glue here or here. For that, I'm going to use some liquid glue. Okay. It's a little bit tricky because there are slices in this die that give it all sorts of texture and design, but when I put a wet glue on it, I don't want it to squish up through. So I'm going to just lay it down really carefully and gently tap it down. And doesn't that look great? I guess I could have slid over just a titch this way, but the leaf still fit, and I have lots of leaf that is through here, so I love it. Now for some gems. Did I think this through beforehand? No, I didn't. Okay, there are faux bronze pentagons, which are part of this collection, but there's also some Moonlit Flora collection. These are Old Olive and Secret Sea and clear, and I really like how they sparkle. But I think I'm going to stick with my metallics. It'll be really nice with this. I think I want a little one right here on the inside. That's really cute. Here's my finished card. I added a bit of twine. I also created 2 more cards using the same method. I said under my breath during the video, this kind of looked like a turtle. So I grabbed the turtle paper that's in the current annual catalog. And 1 more card, which is using some of the annual catalog papers also. Thank you for watching today's tutorial. I am Layla Harris, also known as Crafty Layla. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Washington State. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's tutorial. Have a great day!